Hazer, how nice was it last week to see your captain back on the floor?
It was really good, and yeah, a little bit of a worth the wait, I guess, at the end of the day here, because again, he was ready to play, and I think he stepping on the floor just gave that sense of calmness. I think for our group that kind of lasted throughout the game as well. Just his presence back there just kind of settles everybody in, and he was really good, and I thought we were really good, especially in the back end.
You guys started the season out 3-0. This has been a roller coaster year through the first 12 games, but now that you've stacked 3 wins together again, do you feel like this group has the same confidence that they did at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, but you also have that sense of I don't know what the word might be, but just that sense that it can turn the other way very soon. So, like last game, we started off really well. They pushed back, but there was a bit of a calmness on our bench that just kind of felt like we were going to be okay no matter what was happening in the game. So we're well aware that, like I say, it's a roller coaster of a year. Every game's like a roller coaster. And we just got to make sure we're dialed in and we're focused on what we need to do each and every shift.
You look at your opponent this week, and Colorado is tied for the worst record in the league. But I feel like we've seen these kinds of games unfold before. I think people call them kind of a trap game. You look at a team that is, based on the standings, inferior, but could surprise you. Have you seen that kind of take place with other teams this season and in the past? And kind of making sure that the Nighthawks are ready to play this team as if they were a first place opponent.
Well, it's also kind of easy to do, to a certain degree because again, they've been in the finals the last 2 seasons, right? So they're a team that has won, knows how to win. And again, like us, it's an up and down roller coaster of a year. And while they're down right now, you can turn it around at any particular point. So again, they're legit. Their goaltender's world class. Defensively, they're big, they're strong, they're really physical, and they play a system was so well suited to Ward. And their offense is quick and agile, and they can go off at any particular point. So again, we just have recent history to look back on and say, hey, they've been to the finals. They were the best. They were the second best last year. So it's not hard to, make sure we're getting focus for them.
What do you think are going to be kind of the key items that your team needs to hone on in to win this week?
You know what? Again, I'll say it. Just keep it simple. Again, if we can get that ball moving up front, and that unselfishness and being able to attack downhill from our defense forward, we'll be okay. And again, at the end of the day, too, if we're able to play a 5-on-5 game, both ends of the floor, I do like our chances. So if we can, like I say, be really good between the restraining lines, I think we have a good chance.
I want to somewhat shift gears a little bit because the opponent you're playing is a team that Dan Carey was once the GM of. And obviously, he's been with the Nighthawks now. Can you talk about what Dan means to the Rochester Nighthawks?
He is the visionary. He is the guy that kind of sets the tone for this organization. Again, he's a guy that's communicates so well, so everybody's aware of what the expectation is, and he set a high standard for us right from the get-go that we're trying to live up to, basically at the end of the day. And guys know where we stand, including like us as a staff. Every player knows where they stand in this organization, and he's allowed us to build, understand our roles, and just work around that and make sure we're good. We're the best we can be.
You and him are both players that had decorated NLL careers. Now you work together off the floor. What is it like working with him from your perspective?
Yeah, no, it's fun. It first and foremost, it's fun. It always is. But at the same time, it's we are so focused on making sure that we have the best product on the floor and best people first and foremost in our locker room. And it's sometimes it's he and I are kind of two different people, He's pretty emotional at points. I'm a little more low key, and sort of take a broader aspect of things at points. But we've learned from each other, and we've learned that there's a good mix between our two. Um, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't. It's escaping me right now. But our personalities, right? Like sometimes it's we mesh very well, and we're on the same page 9 times out of 10. But he lets me know when things are going good. He lets me know when things are going bad. And we're able to find that common ground and find and build a team that's kind of, as I said earlier, built around what his mold of is.
And the only other question I have for you, Hazer, and again, it's going down that same rabbit hole, but you use the word emotional to describe him, and I think others would too. Is he, maybe a generic question, but how much does he care? I mean, how much can people see his care is for the Rochester Knighthawks and trying to bring a championship back here?
No, that's his goal at the end of the day here is the Rochester Knighthawks and making sure that again, best people, best ability on floor, so that we are able to bring a championship back here. That's his goal. And again, I think everybody that talks to him, whether you're someone new in this organization or someone that has kind of gone through, I hope they understand that his care is them and the organization first and foremost. And again, you ruffle feathers along the way here at points, but at the end of the day, the guys that believe in what he's thinking, what he's saying, what he's building, we understand it's for the Nighthawks.
Awesome. Thanks, Hazer. Ripper, you got anything?
Hazer, you not only had Coatsy back, but Turner Evans came back at 4 assists. Um, how did he really make his presence known out there last game?
You know what? Again, it was 4 assists is probably a good indicator, but it's probably not the greatest indicator of what he does for us. There's little nuances in his game that, like I say, his ability to get downhill and create havoc early in our offense is really good. Um, and he's a threat when he's on the floor as well. And that's the thing. It kind of sinks defenses back a little bit. And again, now Nider's back, Turner's back. There's two guys that understand the responsibility of also getting off the floor in a timely manner. So having him and having Nider back there now for a consistent period of time is just allowed us again. We struggled early when they were out, being able to get 5-on-5 in between the restraining lines. Now we have that ability the last couple games with Nider, and then it created a better atmosphere here for us this last game with Turner back as well.
You guys had the power play really clicking last game. I think you were what, 4 for 5, so that elevated your power play. I think you're fifth best in the league. What makes it so potent, your power play?
You know what? Their ability to move the ball quickly is a big factor, and yeah, it was at the end of the day, it was the difference here for us. And again, the games come down to special teams. I think at the end of the day, more often than not. And they just moved the ball well. Turner was in there banging around, creating some confusion. We were a strong right. K-Dub was in the middle of the floor, creating confusion. And again, it sinks these in their defensive end a little bit. And it allows Smitty up top. It allows Fieldsy up top to get their hands free and a little more time and space to really shoot the ball as well. So yeah, as a group, it was clicking, and yeah, we need to continue down that path for sure.
All right, that's all I have.
Perfect. Excellent. Nice and easy. Thanks, guys.